Hello guys. Hello. Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys. Welcome back to another live stream. So guys, if you can hear me, please let me know. So if you can hear me, please let me know. Okay guys. I just need someone to confirm that you can hear me and that you can see me so we can continue. Okay? So if somebody should just please confirm as you're coming up, please let me know so that we can continue. So can someone please confirm? Please confirm that you can hear me, you can see me so that we can just continue already. Let's just get straight into our tutorial for today. Okay guys. So I'm just trying to trim my fabric while I wait for someone to confirm. Those of you that are just joining, that are watching, please let me know that you can hear me and that you can see me. Okay? All right, thank you so much. Those of you that are dodging and watching and dodging and peeping and you don't want to talk, you dodge and continue peeping. All right. Pauletta Reed, thank you so much. You can hear me. Thank you for confirming. Yetunde, you are welcome. You can see me and you can hear me. All right, guys. So welcome, guys, to another live stream for today. I want to say thank you, all of you that are just joining. You're welcome. Please like the video while we get started. So you can see what we're actually doing today is just a simple top with a beautiful color. So for my beginners, this is something you can easily do. So that is why I decided to share that with you guys today. So let's see. Let me put on my glasses and then read my question. Read and welcome every guys. Susan, you're welcome. All right. Udezi, Mercy, I can hear you. Thank you so much, Udezi. So Udezi, where are you watching me from? Susan, where are you watching me from? All right. Thank you so much, Susanna. Actually. Okay, guys, so let's get started. Without further ado, let's just get Pauletta. Yes, you can hear me. So where are you watching me from, Pauletta? So now I'm going to readjust my camera. Okay. Yes, today you're watching from Abuja. Wow, you're watching from my backyard. That's what I always say for those people that are watching from Abuja. You're watching me. All right, guys. So this is what we are going to be using today. So this is what I'm going to use for the collar. So this is actually a crepe fabric. This is a crepe fabric. And then this is my pattern. So we're just going to use a pattern. So we just go straight into the tutorial. And then this is the fabric that I'm going to be using. So this is a calico. So for beginners, you are welcome. So I'm trying to see. Okay, so let's make it this way. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I just want to cut out my fabric, okay? So like I said, we're making use of a pattern. You're welcome. Susanna, you're watching from Ghana. Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, so this we're just going to transform into a basic top. So the first thing I'm going to do, I want to divide my fabric, okay? Because the back is going to have a zip, so we don't want to, you see? So we don't want to cut the back and the front the same. So I'm just going to separate my fabric like this. So for those of you that are just joining us, you're welcome. Those of you that are coming to come and peep, you're welcome. Thank you for peeping. So you can just say hi. So now I'm going to place this like this and then I'm going to mark out my front pattern, okay? Yeah, I'm going to mark out my front pattern. So you can see this is how you actually transform your fabrics, okay? In case you want to, sorry, you actually transform your patterns. So this actually makes it easy when making use of a pattern. All right. So now the next thing I'm going to do, you can see what I got. So I'm going to use this to cut the back. Okay. So for those of you that are just joining us, you're welcome. Thank you so much, Anna. You're welcome. You're watching from Ghana. Wow, my Ghanaians, you guys are lovely. You guys are welcome. Thanks for your support. So now I'm going to place the back and the front like this, and then I'm adding a zipper allowance to my back pattern. Okay, so you can see, yes, I need to readjust and adjust and adjust. Okay, so I'm adding an allowance. It's just a zip allowance for my back pattern, and then we are going to cut this out like this. And then for the down part of our blouse, let's give it a beautiful shape. So in order to give it a shape, so I'm just going to use my pattern curve like this. Yeah, so when you want to give your blouse a shape, just come up on the side by like 2 inches, and then just give it a nice shape like this. Okay, so you can see how simple and easy this is. So you can see how beautiful this is. All right, so you can see how it is, right? So the next thing now, we are going to add our neckline. So for the neckline, I'm going to add a 3 inches width of neckline. Okay, so you can see I'm adding a 3 inch. Let me just use my hand. So for the sake, I hope you can see what I'm doing. So let's use our hand. So 3 inches width, that's what I'm using for my neckline. So I'm going to mark it like this. And then for the back neckline, so just leave a little bit of inch here that you are going to use to join your shoulder. Okay, so I'll mark 1 inch for my back neckline like this. So this is for my back neckline, and then I'm going to mark it round like this. And then for the front neckline, I'm going to determine how deep I want my front neckline to be. Okay, so I'm just trying to eyeball this. So for my front neckline, I'm going to come with 6 inches, but I'm not going to cut it yet. I'm not going to cut it yet. I need to check. I need to create the collar first before I'll cut. So I'm going to take this, and then I'm going to just create my V neckline like that. So the next thing I'm going to do now, we're going to create our collar. So you can see it is a simple process. So in creating the collar, we're going to use our pattern to create the collar. Okay, so you can see, since our pattern, our front pattern is the same thing. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to create that V neckline here on my pattern. So it depends on how deep I want that to be. So initially I'm going to use 6 inches first, and then watch and see if I like it. I will continue. So I'm going to connect that like this. I hope you can see what I'm doing. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to create that collar. So I want to take a look at the collar. I just want to take a look at it. Let me look at the picture. All right. Okay. Yeah. So the next thing I want to do depends on how wide I want it to be on the side. So you guys should please give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate that. So the next thing I want depends on how wide I want my collar to be on the side. So that is what I'm going to use now. So I can decide let my collar fill the whole entire part of my shoulder, or I can decide to just make it a little bit less. So for this case, since my shoulder measurement is 14, I'm just going to make the collar is going to stop on 6 instead of 7. So this is 6 inches here like this. I'm going to mark it. And then the next thing I'm going to mark from this point, I'm going to measure how deep do I want my collar to be. That's how long do I want my collar to be. Okay, so I can decide for my collar to be like 9 inches. So I'll mark that 9 inches like this. And then the next thing now, I'm going to use my ruler to connect that line like this. That's connect that shoulder line. I'm going to connect, mark it straight like that. Okay, so after marking it straight, the next thing from this point, I'm going to mark it to this point. But at the end of the day, what I'm seeing here, it shows that this 6 inches that I use for my neckline is too much. You understand? So I'm going to reduce that neckline. I'm going to reduce it to about 5.5. I'm going to reduce it to about 5.5. So my neckline is going to stop here. My V is going to stop here. So from that point, I'm going to mark it to this point like this. It's a simple process. I want you guys to understand what I'm doing. So first of all, okay, let's see. Hi, Geoffrey, you're welcome. You're welcome, Susanna. You're welcome. Okay, so first of all, you measure the shoulder. That's how wide you want your collar to be on this side. When you measure it, then after measuring it, the next thing you are going to do, so you guys should please give me thumbs up and create some reactions. Let me see. Okay, so you can ask your questions as we go along. So you measure the width of your collar. When you measure the width of your collar on that point, and then the next thing, the first of all, and then you measure your neckline. So after measuring that collar, you are going to mark it up to the length. So for the length, I use 9 inches. So from that 9 inches, I'm going to create this into that part of my neckline. So like I said, initially I used 6 inches. So I reduced it. I noticed that 6 inches was too much. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to come to this point like this, and then I'm going to mark my collar like this. I noticed that it looks like this collar is too wide. So let's see. We're making a live stream, so we can always adjust. However, okay. So at the end of the day, so this is, but I noticed it looks like it's too wide. So to redraft another one. So the another one that I'm going to draft is not going to be as wide as this. It's going to come like this and then go like this. So now let's turn our pattern paper. Okay. So I just want you guys to understand everything that I'm doing. Okay. So the next thing now, so let's draft our neckline and our collar again. So I'm going to use 3 inches. So this is 3 inches width, and then the length that I'm going to use, I'm going to go with about 5 inches. Okay, so I'll mark that 5 inches like that, and then from this point, I'm going to mark this like this. So that's for my neckline. So then that's for the V neckline. So for the collar, I'm going to come like this for my shoulder. I'll measure 3 inches for the collar like that. So after measuring this 3 inches, I'm going to measure how wide, how deep I want my collar to come to. So I'll still use my 9 inches. I'll mark the 9 inches here. So now the next thing that I'm going to do now, that 9 inches is not going to be straight. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of slope. Just slope it a little bit, okay? And then after sloping it from that point, I'm going to connect it to that neckline point like this. So this is the beauty of doing a pattern draft. So now I'm going to cut this out so you can see the shape of my collar. So I hope you guys, you got it. So the next thing now, I'm going to cut this. So I have my collar. So I'm going to place it on my dress. Okay, let's see. So we're going to place it like this and then check. When you're welcome. So now I'm trying to place my collar. I just want to check it. Okay. So you can see what I have. So let's open it up and place it and check. So that's the good thing with using a pattern to check. and see if we like. Okay, so you can see it looks good, right? So now we can transfer to our fabric. So we can actually transfer to our fabric. So now I'm going to cut out this neckline like this, and then I'm going to open this up and then double check it again. So you can see it looks good, right? So the next thing now, I'm going to transfer this to my pattern. So I forgot that I'm wearing a microphone. As I'm doing that, it's just going to be doing crackle. So I'm going to use this. So I'll use just one. Okay. And then I'm going to cut out. So I'll add extra allowance. So just add a little bit of extra allowance on my pattern. And then I will cut out. Okay. So if you are just joining us, you're welcome. So the next thing I'm going to do now, as we continue, I'm going to adjust my camera and then we're going to stitch. Okay, so let's keep the back piece on the side and then work on the front piece. Okay, all right. So if you are just joining us, you're welcome. Okay, so because of the sound, I don't want to put on a fan. I finally found a way of putting on a fan, but this sound is going to is going to be is going to make our video very noisy. So let's just continue. So I'm just trying to drop everything that I have here. All right, so if you are just joining us, you're welcome. All right, you're welcome. So those of you that are just joining us, people should like this video now. Please give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. Okay. All right. When Abdulrahman, you're welcome. Please give this video a thumbs up. So now I'm just trying to check. Okay, so then this is the neckline part. We're not going to stitch this neckline part. So the part we're going to stitch is here and here. We're not going to stitch here and the shoulder part. So now let's stitch and turn. Okay. So I'm going to pick two pieces. Okay. So if you are just joining us, you're welcome. You guys, you can ask your questions as I'm walking. You can actually ask questions. Okay. So you can ask your questions. More this thing. I hope I will not go and eat them. Okay. you are just joining us, you're welcome. If you have not given this video a thumbs up, please do. I would appreciate for you to do that, for you to like this video, okay? So give this video a like, and then for those of you that have not subscribed, please subscribe. Look at the way I'm sweating. All right, thank you so much. You say you didn't get how I cut the collar. Yes. Okay, you didn't get it. I will explain later. It's a very simple process. It's a very simple process. So now the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm trying to turn out the collar, okay? So I'll explain it once I'm done. So I'm trying to use my, I've almost overpoked it. So I'm trying to use my scissors to poke it out, okay? Just to chook it. Whether is it chook or maybe it's poke, I don't know. I mean, not come and speak English. All my English lecturers that used to mark. This was what I was. Is this not what I was talking about just now? God help me. Let me not come and match line. Let me open. Let me check before I continue. Yeah, I continue. Yeah, I got it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to iron it. So don't worry, Abdurrahman. Just keep watching. I'll explain that. I want to plug my pressing iron. So let me see if I can iron that collar small. I just pray that my light does not trip off. Let's see. Okay, so we are lucky. It did not trip off. So I'm trying to place, let me place another fabric there. And see how I can iron this. So if you are just joining us, you're welcome. So if you have a question, please drop your question. So this is not going to be fully well pressed. So if you are not using a crepe, you can iron an interfacing on it. That's like a hairstay. You can actually iron hairstay on it, or a soft gum stay. You can do that, okay? So I'm just trying, this is me trying to iron. For those of you that are just joining us, you're welcome. Please, if you have not hit on the like button, I would appreciate for you to like this video. It actually takes nothing for you to like the video. And then you both should drop your questions as you are watching. If you are just coming, please greet us. And please tell us where you're watching from. Since your name is already showing, so you don't need to say your name. Just let me know where you're watching me from, okay? So I need to disconnect the pressing iron. Right. Okay. Oops. The iron is almost over hot again. So I'll just keep it on the side so it doesn't even burn me. Okay, so I'll keep that on the side. Okay, so you're welcome. Thank you, Sabrina. You're welcome. You're watching from Texas. Thank you so much. Oluwa Darasimi Stella. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Udesi Mercy. Do you have classes or mobile number I can chat you? I have mobile number on, you can chat me on WhatsApp, okay? So guys, so if you have a pen, let me know so I can call the number. I can call my number for you as I'm walking. So now we have our collar. It's a very simple process. So the next thing, now we're going to sew this. So in stitching, this is the right side, okay? This is the right side. I'm going to use that side as the right side. So I'm going to, from here, like this, stitch it, let it come here, like this, okay? Do you understand? You see this part, I did not stitch it. So it's a simple process. So what you are going to do now, you're going to take that part, you place it on that neckline point like that, and then we're going to stitch, okay? So make sure you arrange it very well, okay? So those of you that are just joining us, you're welcome. If you have not liked this video, please like the video. You people always see me emphasizing on you people should like the video. Liking the video actually helps me a lot. So that is why I always say that. Okay? Yeah. So the next thing, so I'm just trying to adjust my, you people should look at the table. Okay? All right. So if you are just joining us, you're welcome. So now I'm going to place this like this so you can see. So this is the wrong side. This is the wrong side. So I'm placing it, I'm stitching from the wrong side, okay? And then I'm placing it on the exact point of the neckline. And that is what I'm going to stitch. Okay? So I'll place it on that exact point and then I'm going to stitch. So I'll give it a top stitch and then I'll stitch the neckline like this. So this is actually stitching it on the wrong side. So we're going to turn it to the other side, okay? And then I'll take the second one also, place this like this. So for this, I'm going to make sure, I'm going to try let it like come as close as possible, okay? So you guys should just see how it is to be meticulous when it comes to sewing. Try and be meticulous. You can actually pin this down, but since I'm using a stable fabric, that is why. There's something that I noticed. Let me turn it first and see. So the next thing now, we're going to turn this to the other side. In turning to the other side, so we're going to notch. We're going to notch. So notch that center. Okay? And then flip it inside like this. And then, so once you notch, it becomes easy. It becomes really easy. Okay? And then I'll flip this. Can you guys see? But the issue that I had, that you saw me that I was laughing just now. I was laughing because as I was trying to notch it, I mistakenly cut into the neckline. So you guys have to be careful when doing that, okay? So I mistakenly cut open my neckline. So because of that now, the neckline is looking, as in that center part is looking over, like it's a little bit open somehow, but you cannot tell though, but it's me that it's me that can see it. So I understand what I did, okay? So I'm just trying to manage my space before somebody will come and tell me now that I'm okay. So you can see, guys, can you guys see? Does it look like the picture? Does it look like it? Yes. All right, so let me read some few messages before I continue. I came late to class today. Okay, my bad. Yeah, so sorry. Good evening. And you can always go back and watch the video. Okay, so you can always go back, like I said. So while I was notching, you can see what I did, what I said. I mistakenly notched that part over. I cut it. It was a mistake. So you guys should note when you are doing your own. So the next thing we're going to do now, we're going to join the back. Okay. So the back, I actually put a zip allowance. So let me close the zip allowance. Let me just give it a straight stitch like this. All right. So after giving it a straight stitch like this, the next thing we're going to join the back and the front together. It is a simple process. Okay, I've not added the back neckline. No, you can see. Remember. So I'm going to open my zip allowance. So I'm actually not putting any dart on this dress. Okay, so the essence, the emphasis of this video is actually the color. I just want you guys to see there are some where is my handkerchief? There are some small designs, small things that as a beginner you can actually do. Okay, I forgot that I'm wearing the microphone. There are some small things as a beginner that you can actually do. Do you understand? It's just for you to take a very good look at it and then you'll be able to understand what it is. So you can see. So the next thing is for us to join the shoulder together. So for you to join the shoulder back together, just make sure you just place them together and then trim. So I'm just trying to trim it nicely rather. And then I'll place them back together and then I will stitch. So in stitching, I'm just going to place them like this and then use this to cover this like this. I'll place it and then cover this and then I will stitch. Okay? So you open that up. It's like, let's see. Okay. So the second one also. So for those of you that don't know how to turn this, so I'm just going to bring it very close and then I'll place it like this. Okay? And then I'll turn this like this and then I'm going to stitch. Okay? With today's class, and then I'm going to open this up. So the next thing is just for me to stitch the side of my dress. So I'll just open this up back. You can see how the inside is, the neck, the collar. You see inside. The inside also is neat, so you don't have any stitch on the collar. Okay? So I'm going to stitch this down now. So for those of you that are just joining us, you're welcome. All right, so I'm going to turn off. All right, thank you. Those of you that are giving me hearts, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I actually appreciate you guys. Okay, those of you that are liking my video, I appreciate you. God bless you all. Those of you that are hitting on the like button, God bless you. Those of you that are supporting me, thank you so much. I actually don't take it for granted. Thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you that is tuning in, watching my video, watching my live streams. Thank you so much, guys. Okay. So I'm just going to place my pressing iron. I just want to press the side of my blouse small small, and then press that shoulder part before I trim it. Okay, so before I trim it, so the next thing, I'm going to place that like that, and then I'm going to take this and just trim out my. So for those of you that don't know how to trim armhole, those of you that are here today, it is your lucky day. Let me show you guys. So when you want to trim your armhole, this is what you actually do. You take your tape like this, and then you measure your shoulder. So you start measuring from this center like this. So for instance, my shoulder is 14. You divide 14 into 2, you have 7. You mark it like this, okay? When you mark it like this, and then from this point, you take your tape like this, okay, and then you measure your armhole. So my armhole is 8, which is 16, and then I'm just going to curve this like this. So this is where so many beginners used to have problem. Like we that have been sewing for a long time, we already know how to like gauge this. If you say with our free hand and our eyes, we actually know how to gauge it. So when we trim our armhole, that is why they are perfect. So it's just a matter of time. So after that, you just open up the armhole a little bit. That's just trim the front one just a little bit, like quarter of an inch smaller than the back. Okay, so this helps to give it a perfect fit. So guys, you can see. So I'm trying to readjust my camera. Okay, I'm trying to readjust my camera, and then let's see what we did for today. All right. So I'm going to raise it up now. So let's see. So guys, you can see. You guys see? You see how simple it is, right? To actually sew that collar. You can actually use this even for an Ankara design. You can use it. You can use it for your casual outing. You can just make a simple top like this and then rock it with a jeans, rock it with a skirt. Do you understand? So like I say, and I always say as a beginner, always try out new things. You understand? Don't be afraid to try out something. Come to my YouTube channel, watch my videos, learn from scratch. You understand? Learn from scratch how to actually do these things. You can see. So most of these things that I always do on my live stream are strictly beginners tutorials. This is something very simple and easy that you can actually watch, and then you'll be able to replicate this. So you can see a simple top that we just made in under how many minutes have we started this video, this live stream, and we just made this. So you can see how simple. So guys, if you find this helpful, please hit on the like button. Okay, so for those of you that said you didn't get how I cut the collar, you can just go back and watch the video, but it is a simple process. So I'm going to try and see if I can explain this. So I'll use this pattern to explain this. Okay, so I'll just place this. So the way I actually did this, after cutting the neckline, after cutting the V neckline, I measured from my shoulder. I measured 3 inches from my shoulder, and then after measuring 2 inches on the shoulder part, I now came down to about 9 inches, and then connected the line. That's this line. Connected it to this line. Then from this point, I now sloped it into the center part of the neckline. So that's how simple it is, and then cut it off from my pattern. So that is how I actually came up with the collar. So for those of you that were saying, the person that actually asked that question, so that's how I actually cut that collar. So thank you so much. Beautiful exchange. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. So those of you that tuned in today for our live stream, so you guys can see that we did a very beautiful, simple top with a collar, just like the picture on the thumbnail. You can see we got it. We actually got the collar very well. So thank you. Try this out. Okay, guys. So try it out. Like I said, try it out, try it out, try it out. Thank you so much, everyone that tuned in. And I want to say, see you guys. I'm going to see you guys on Tuesday. So I'm not going to do any live stream tomorrow. So the next live class is going to be on Tuesday. Thank you so much, Abdul Rahman. That is why. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, I appreciate you. So the next live stream class is going to be on Tuesday evening by before 7:30. Most times when I'm tired, I will shift the time, but that's I will like shift the time to like 7:30. But if I'm okay, I'll do it at least 10 minutes past 7. Okay. So guys, I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Fingers crossed. I hope I'm energized. You understand? You know, at times you just be so tired. You don't even want to do anything. That's the thing. That's just the issue. At times you don't at times I just don't feel like I'll just like I beg, let me rest. You understand? So but this Tuesday, by God's grace and willing, I will show up. So thank you so much, each and every one of you that tuned in. Thank you so much. For those of you that are just coming, look at what we made. You guys missed, you did not come on time, but yes, you missed this, how to make this beautiful color, but you can always go back and watch it, Sha. So how to watch it? I don't always used to use that word, Sha. Oh, I don't know why I don't always like using it. So you can always go back and watch it. So just all you have to do is go back to my YouTube channel, click on my picture, just click on my picture as you are seeing it there. Click on the picture and it takes you to my home. When you get to the home, you will see videos, shorts, live. Just click on live so you will see it from the beginning. So those of you that are giving me hearts, thank you so much. Let me read some comments of my beautiful followers. Thank you so much, Abdul Rahman. Thank you. Okay, I'll be strong. Yeah, I'll be strong. Thank you so much. Somebody put a message. I don't know why. Okay, she best Vicky's. Your message. I don't know why. I don't know why YouTube aired the message. Oh, let it show. It's actually nothing. No, no big deal though. All right. Good Daisy. Okay, okay. My number. Get your pen ready. 090. I hope you are 7314 6066. I'll go over that again. 090 7314 6066. Can I don't I'm not sure I can post here. I'm trying to see. No, I can't. Let's see. No. So I can't find a place where I can type here on this live stream. So let me go by it again. 090 7314 6066. So the way for you to go to get my number, just go to my community. When you go to my home, when you go to my, just click on my picture, Mercy. Click on my picture and then it takes you to my home page. When you get to my home, you see videos, shorts, live, community. So when you go to community, scroll down, you see my online class flyers. Check it, you see my number. My mobile number is there. So thank you so much, guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much. All right, let's see. Mercy. Okay, all right, guys. So I'll see you guys in my next live class. Okay, before I go, is there any question? So for those of you that are just joining, this is what we actually did today, and it came out really, really fine. So you can see our beautiful top with the collar. That's what we actually did. So for those of you that are just joining, please hit on the like button of this video. Okay, so you can always go back. You can always go back. Side glass, don't tire me. You can you can always go back to my home page. Just click on live on top, live, and then you will see the picture for the you will see the video from the beginning, so you can actually watch this and you can actually make this beauty for yourself. Okay, so like I said, when you follow me, I'm gonna make you guys stylish. So for those of you that are beginners, just keep watching, keep following, and then I'm going to try as much as I can to just keep bringing little tutorials for you guys on our live classes. So thank you so much. I've said thank you like a million times, like a zillion times. Okay, already. All right, guys. So I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Bye bye. Let's go. It's a wrap for tonight. Those of you that are giving me hearts, thank you. No question is coming. If there's a question, let's see. Do we have a question? I hope you guys got it. You understood everything. Bye bye. Just drop it on the comment section. That's okay.